afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Charlotte Deleste in for the rest of the week, right?
Mm-hmm. I am here with you.
Susan's on vacation. It's good to have you here.
Nice to be here.
A little sticky out today.
Yes.
You were in St. Louis.
I was in
St. Louis. This is St. Louis weather.
This is St. Louis weather. But, you know, sometimes you can have a little bit too much of St. Louis weather.
And a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect north of Dane County, but it's nothing like what Florida is encountering with Tropical Storm Elsa.
2 people died this weekend from 2 separate shootings. Our Naomi Coles tells us why city officials are concerned.
And President Biden spoke to the nation today about his failure to get 70% of the population vaccinated by July 4th, but he had encouraging words. Let's take a look outside. Hot, humid, windy.
It's July.
It's July.
Right?
And storms are possible this evening. Austin's over in the Weather Center, keeping an eye on the radar.
That's exactly right. And over here right now, we're looking at 89 degrees in the Madison area currently. Right now, Dane County staying dry, but that's not the case for all of our communities. Starting to see a few of these pop-up showers and storms here locally as of right now, but most of this right now is actually up north currently. We actually have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings out of our viewing area, so not quite seeing those local severe thunderstorms. One just to the north of La Crosse, and then also another pretty hefty storm tracking right towards Wisconsin Rapids and just a little bit south of the Wausau area. So if you know some people in Stevens Point, it's also heading that way as well. So that's what we're really watching out for as of right now. A lot of models do bring some of these showers and thunderstorms a little bit farther south. So we're going to continue to watch out for the development of this as of right now. And if you also notice here, right around La Crosse, they actually just issued a tornado warning. So we're going to keep a very close eye on that as of right now. And also, severe weather outlook. Notice how we do have that slight risk for today. So that's what we're going to continue to monitor here as of right now. Severe thunderstorm watch in that area that's shaded in yellow for the most part here. This is going to last until 10 p.m. here for tonight. So we are going to keep a very close eye out on our local showers and storms and what we're really watching out for. So do keep that in mind. This afternoon, we are looking at a pretty toasty day. But again, that high heat, that high humidity, that does fuel those shower and thunderstorm chances. And now around Janesville, we're also looking at some traffic trouble. I-39 in Janesville right now is closed most lanes. Right now, I'm hearing reports that 1 lane northbound is currently open. Exit 171 to exit 175 Racine Street currently really moving slow as we only have 1 northbound lane currently open. So if you are traveling around the Janesville area, again, I-39 in Janesville right now, an accident has closed things down between exit 171 and exit 175 other than 1 northbound lane.
All right, Austin. Thank you. Busy day. We have more information on that I-3990 crash that Austin just mentioned.
It was called into State Patrol right around 1:40 this afternoon. Multiple vehicles were involved in this crash. Some of them ended up on fire. A viewer who lives nearby sent this video of the black smoke coming from the crash scene. We haven't heard yet if anyone was injured, but we do know the delays are extensive in both directions. This crash comes just 1 day after a section of I-3990 was closed for about 10 hours after a semi caught fire on the interstate north of Janesville. Our Amanda Quintana is talking to the State Patrol today about just how bad the crashes were the past few days, and she will have more data right ahead on News 3 Now at 5.
A hurricane watch is in effect for parts of Florida's Gulf Coast as Tropical Storm Elsa moves closer to making landfall.
Maximum winds are around 60 miles per hour, but they could strengthen before it comes ashore early tomorrow morning. There's also potential for isolated tornadoes.
Bo Zimmer from our CBS affiliate in Tampa is in Sarasota County, Florida, with the latest.
Intense rain and strong winds battered Key West Tuesday as Tropical Storm Elsa makes its way up the Gulf Coast. But the rough waters weren't enough to deter a few fishermen in the area. In addition to the wind and rain, there's concern about flooding and storm surge.
You will see flash flooding conditions in many parts of Florida as this thing moves through.
Governor Ron DeSantis told Floridians along the coast to get ready.
Be prepared to be without power for a few days and having enough food and water for each person and their family, including for your pets.
In Tampa, people filled sandbags ahead of the storm, while in Sarasota County, some couldn't resist the waves. What's the goal today?
Get some good surf.
Here in Sarasota County, people are closely watching the tide. When it comes in, it could bring with it a storm surge.
surge of up to 3 to 5 feet.
The stormy conditions are also impacting the search and rescue efforts at the condo collapse in Surfside.
The wind is hampering the large cranes moving very heavy debris.
At one point, lightning temporarily forced the search to stop. Officials say they have personnel from the Weather Service embedded with the rescue teams to stay on top of any changes that could impact the work. Bo Zimmer, CBS News, Sarasota County, Florida.
And even through the adverse conditions, search teams overnight recovered 4 more victims, bringing the death toll to 32.
2 people died in separate shootings over the 4th of July holiday weekend here in Madison. It is the 2nd and 3rd homicides in the city this year after a record 10 last year.
Naomi Coles joins us from police headquarters with the reaction. Naomi?
Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says this is part of an ongoing uptick in shots fired calls this year from last year. He cites a 45% increase in those types of calls just to date this year. Now, we're learning today that they are investigating one of the shootings as a domestic violence incident, but they have not yet released much information about Monday morning's shooting on Verona Road at the BP gas station.
This is not Madison. This is not who we are. Violent crime cannot be tolerated in Madison. And those persons who wish to use firearms, be it legal or illegal, to harm others will be brought to justice, period.
Nationwide, at least 233 people were killed by gun violence. That's just over this past 4th of July holiday weekend. Now, I talked to community leaders today from Focused Interruption. That's the group that responds to these types of shootings in the aftermath. They were at both of these shootings. Tonight at 5 o'clock, they'll be talking about the crisis they're identifying.
We'll see you at 5 o'clock. Thank you. From Fitchburg to the Capitol Square, Sabrina Madison has moved her Progress Center for Black Women to downtown Madison. Madison announced in May the nonprofit would be leaving the space it's called home since its launch in 2018, but decided to keep the new location under wraps until after the movers finished unloading boxes in June. Madison says the new space will make her organization function more functional.
So the space will function as co-working space as well as space for training and education. And so members will be able to just stop in, use our space for co-working, for small group meetings, for one-on-one things.
For more information on the center, check out their website or find them on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram.
State authorities have issued a warrant but are still searching for the suspect in an Oneida County homicide. A statewide alert was issued today for 30-year-old Christopher Terrell Anderson, accusing him of first-degree intentional homicide. Police believe he murdered a woman who was found dead on the side of a road outside Rhinelander. The state's original alert asked people to keep an eye out for a 2005 white Chrysler PT Cruiser. That car has been found, but Anderson is still missing. Police believe Anderson is armed and dangerous, and if you see him, call 911.
A sinkhole opened up on an off-ramp to I-465 in Indiana this morning. The ramp is closed and will remain closed all day as crews work to fix the issue. Indiana's Department of Transportation says a pipe failed underneath the pavement. They think the sinkhole could have formed over several years. Tonight, they're working to excavate it and find the extent of the damage.
A small study has found that coronavirus vaccine material does not get into breast milk. Researchers from the University of California, San Francisco analyzed 13 milk samples from 7 mothers. None of them had any traces of vaccine-related mRNA. Researchers say this strengthens current recommendations that women shouldn't decline vaccination or stop breastfeeding over fears of altering their milk.
President Biden spoke today trying to persuade more Americans to get vaccinated against the coronavirus. He talked about the need for door-to-door outreach in targeted communities and the importance of getting school-age children the shot if they are eligible.
Because here's the deal. We are continuing to wind down the mass vaccination sites that did so much in the spring to rapidly vaccinate those eager to get their first shot and their second shot, for that matter, if they needed a second. Now we need to go to community by community, neighborhood by neighborhood, and oftentimes door to door, literally knocking on doors to get help to the remaining people protected from the virus.
He says the fight against COVID is not over and that we're closer than ever to declaring independence from the virus.
The Madison Parks Foundation is getting closer to its goal of making Madison Parks accessible for the entire community. The foundation received a $100,000 donation from the Pleasant Rowland Foundation today. It'll start an endowment which will be used to make the city's parks more accessible. Nationwide, 20% of people are affected by either a physical or cognitive disability, and that's according to the U.S. Census Bureau.
One thing that's a little bit easier to see is the actual playground here at Brittingham is all accessible playground. It has mats and ramps and equipment that is made and designed for those with disabilities.
The foundation is currently fundraising to add 5 fully accessible playgrounds throughout the city. More information about the Madison Parks Foundation and a link to make a donation are available online at madisonparksfoundation.com.
Well, I graduated from high school in May of 1974. 2 months later, the Milwaukee Bucks were in the NBA Finals, and they haven't been back since.
Maybe that time is now. Until today, right? Our sports director, Zach Hanley, joins us next to give us a Game 1 breakdown.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
I'm so glad you're okay, Sergeant Houston. This is Sam with USAA. Do you see the tow truck?
Yes, thank you. That was fast.
Sergeant Houston never expected this to happen, or that her grandpa's dog tags would be left behind. But that one call got her a tow and rental, paid her claim, and we even pulled a few strings, making it easy to make things right. That's what we're made for. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto has proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Congratulations, Milwaukee! On to the finals. The celebration continues at Dick's Sporting Goods. We're your headquarters for officially licensed Milwaukee Bucks gear for the whole family. Come early or shop online at Dicks.com. Every season starts at Dick's.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Welcome back. The Bucks face off against the Phoenix Suns in Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight.
And here to talk to us about what to expect is our sports director, Zach Hanley. And so everybody wants to know about Giannis. That's the big thing.
That's the big question. You know, yesterday he was doubtful, so you're like, okay, you wake up today and you're like, oh, is he going to play? And now when I checked my phone this morning, he was questionable, so it's like, okay, we have some hope. So now it's a game time decision, whereas, you know,
Literally
game 5 and 6 with the Hawks, it was like, okay, he's doubtful, he's not going to play. He's upgraded to questionable, so it's a game time decision. If I were Mike Budenholzer in the Bucks, I would be, we're going to rest him a little bit because, you know, if they lose game 1 and game 2 in Phoenix, that's fine. We want a healthy Giannis. We don't want an injured Giannis to play.
And I mean, how important is it that he plays?
Well, he is the team. He is a 2-time MVP, so it is very important that he plays because, you know, they don't get to do the same things without him, but they don't need him from the start. Bring him back. This series is not going to go 4 games. Right. It's going to go 6 or 7, I think. So if he is there, if he is healthy, let's get him healthy at the end for the games that mean the most, not game 1, game 2. You know, if they steal one without him, that's okay.
What do you think the key is to this series?
Winning.
Giannis.
Yeah. Really?
Giannis,
I mean, I don't want to, you know, disqualify the rest of the team.
Right. No, the rest of the guys are good, but okay, if Giannis doesn't play, you need Brook Lopez to play like he did against the Hawks when Giannis wasn't playing. You need Chris Middleton to not miss a shot in the 4th quarter like he did, or the 3rd quarter. Drew Holiday needs to attack more. So those guys, probably the best thing for them, they figured out that they can do it without Giannis, so that makes them even more dangerous.
There's a couple of people on the Suns, players on the Suns team that people here might recognize.
Right, yeah, Frank Kaminsky, remember?
Yeah. Frank the Tank?
Badger. You might not see him, though. He's only played 38 minutes in the playoffs. His last game that he played was June 11th, and he only scored 10 points. So if the game's a blowout, you might see him playing, but you can root for him if you don't want to root for the Bucks, but we want the Bucks.
And the Associated Press is favoring the Suns.
Yeah, that's because the whole Giannis, is he going to play? How healthy is he going to be? So if Giannis was healthy, 100% healthy, I think everybody would pick the Bucks.
It's been a long time.
But right now, without Giannis being questionable, you're like, eh.
Yeah,
it could be anyone's game,
so they're
maybe?
favoring the Suns right now. But if Giannis plays, it's going to probably be the Bucks.
So 6 or 7 game series, probably.
Probably 6. I hope 7 for more basketball.
Right?
8 o'clock tonight. It's been a long time since they've been in the finals.
1974.
Yep.
When he graduated high school.
I graduated high school in 74. That's how long it's been. Zach, thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
On Wall Street, stocks pulled back from last week's record territory. The Dow Industrials lost 208 points, closing at 34,577. The Nasdaq managed a 24-point gain, but the S&P 500 gave up 8. Well, summer driving season is here, which can be dangerous for younger drivers.
A new report identifies the cars that can help teens stay safe on the road.
Bradley Blackburn reports from New York.
Teen drivers can easily be distracted and don't have the experience behind the wheel to avoid a crash. That's part of the reason teenagers are 3 times more likely to be involved in a fatal accident compared to older drivers. Consumer Reports' Jennifer Stockberger says it's important parents make sure new drivers have the right kind of car.
For a lot of parents, the impulse might be to buy the cheapest car on the lot. You say that would be a mistake.
Right. You want to get as much safety as you can afford.
Consumer Reports teamed up with the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety to create a list of new and used cars for teen drivers. There are 90 vehicles ranging in price from $6,400 to nearly $40,000. All received high marks for reliability and crash avoidance. Vehicles also performed well in crash tests.
It's really important to select a vehicle for a teen that will help protect them. If they do get in a crash, you want them to have as much protection as you can afford.
Newer vehicles have better technology to help prevent an accident in the first place.
What I think you want to do is skew to that crash avoidance side. What are the features that can keep them out of that crash? Knowing their judgment is in there, how can the car help them be better drivers?
Stockberger says parents should steer clear of sports cars and stick with safety. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
All right, those are the safe cars. Well, following the collapse of that condo building in Florida, there's heightened safety concerns at other high-rises.
Especially the Millennium Tower that's in San Francisco. We're going to find out why coming up after Austin's forecast.
allergy sufferers, bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. And in a clinical study, after just 1 day, 90% felt powerful 24-hour relief. So, be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Accidents happen. Mistakes don't have to. Don't take a chance on your future. Call a powerful law firm that will fight for every dollar you may be entitled to.
Hupy and Abraham.
They got me $575,000.
Way more than what the insurance company offered.
All the money I deserved.
Over $1 million.
They really do mean business.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
It's that time of year again where you just want a little fresh air. Maybe a cool midnight breeze through a window, or the smell of fresh-cut grass through a patio door. If your windows or doors aren't letting you enjoy the season, consider Renewal by Anderson Replacement Windows from Wanakee Remodeling. For a limited time, take advantage of our great offer. Renewal by Anderson Windows. Let's crack one open.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here, new Aspirin arthritis. Huh. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
Well, take a look at this. It's a picture-perfect day, and this New York freeway is wide open without a car in sight. Suddenly, a dead tree falls from the right side of the road and lands right in front of the dash cam driver. There's no time to react as the car plows right through the wood and debris, smashing the windshield and causing major damage to the car. Thankfully, the driver wasn't injured and was able to pull over safely to the side of the road. You never know.
No, right. Anything can happen like that.
Perfectly sunny day?
Mm-hmm. Perfectly sunny day. Your tire blows out, and then there it goes.
Which happened to you.
Yes.
All right, barbecued chicken, maybe a summertime fan favorite. You may have plenty of them in the hand, but you
look at this.
Get ready to get the grease out.
Because we're celebrating National Fried Chicken Day. Okay.
We sure are.
All right, so.
I think the teleprompter is eating chicken.
Yes, it probably is. Okay, so it is observed every year on July 6th. According to nationaldaycalendar.com, the practice of deep frying chicken in fat was imported to the U.S. by Scottish immigrants. Who knew? So in a way, it could almost be considered a belated nod to Independence Day, celebrating one of the highlights of America's rich cultural melting pot. So whether it's at home or at a restaurant, take a moment to enjoy National Fried Chicken Day with a few pieces of golden deep fried poultry goodness.
And this is cold.
This is cold.
I'm not going to eat cold chicken.
You're not?
I don't know.
I thought you
Where
said
did this
you
come
would.
from?
Pick and Save.
Pick and Save down the street.
Yeah.
So you could go get your dinner at Pick and Save.
And this is from Scotland. So
we got it from Scotland and went to
a little glass of scotch, and I'm good.
Just make it all work out.
All right, some severe weather north of us.
Yeah, some severe weather to the north of us as of right now, but there is that possibility that it creeps down a little bit closer to our area, if not actually moving through some of our northernmost communities. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll have a look at the radar and what's currently happening, and I'll also have the latest look at what's ahead.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning.
We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Don't wait. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
It's time to invest in care. I care for seniors and people with disabilities so that they can live in their homes. That lets their families go to work. Joe Biden's American Jobs Plan will give working families the support they need and jumpstart our economy.
It's better wages and benefits and opportunities for caregivers who are disproportionately women, women of color, and immigrants.
Tell Congress to pass Biden's plan and invest in care jobs now, because care is essential.
SEIU is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And welcome back. I want to start by saying locally, we're not actually seeing any severe weather as of right now, but that still could change. We still have that severe thunderstorm watch for a lot of our northern communities. Right now outside in Dane County, you're still going to see a lot of blue skies, but you'll also start to notice some of those clouds that continue to rise, some of the very tall, puffy clouds. And that means we have that chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, most of them are generally up north as of right now. So taking a closer look at what we currently are seeing, still a severe warned storm heading right towards Stevens Point as of right now. Unclear whether that's going to get reissued as of right now, but it does also look like the tornado warning as well as the severe thunderstorm warning right around this system in La Crosse have both been allowed to expire. So that's good news. The tornado warning was actually canceled a little bit early as well. Even better news. But if this holds on and even increases in intensity, it is going to track close to our some of our current viewing area as well. And now look, I mentioned how this had a possibility of being reissued. It did just get reissued here, still just to the north out of our viewing area, but look at the wide swath of this. That's going to be a pretty potentially large thunderstorm that does race through central Wisconsin. So that is our main concern of today. We're watching out for large hail, strong gusty winds, and there is a very small possibility to see an isolated tornado. Although we haven't seen any yet, we did see that one tornado warning, but it was allowed to expire a little bit early. Now we do have that slight risk for severe weather, especially in the central portion of the state. But again, this does include our northernmost communities. Pretty much where we are seeing these pink shaded areas, severe thunderstorm watch is in effect. And most of these are also under that slight risk for severe weather. So that does include Wisconsin Dells, Juneau as well. Right here in Dane County, not so much, but we could still see that potential for a strong, maybe even severe thunderstorm. Still under that marginal risk, but the chances are quite lower than what we're looking at here in the central part of the state. Now, our future track, I'm going to show you a few models right now. This first model does show a little bit of some weakening, bringing some showers and isolated weaker thunderstorms here, and this is what it could look like by around 6:30 p.m. Now, another model that we are looking at, the HRRR model, this shows a little bit more of the robust storms as they end up continuing to slowly work their way south. So we're going to continue to watch out for this. HRRR actually keeps it a little bit farther north, but it keeps the intensity with those storms and then eventually pulling that rain through in the overnight hours and for tomorrow morning. So we're going to keep on watching out for this one. Rain chances for tomorrow are elevated. We're not looking at severe thunderstorms, however, for tomorrow. It's more so going to be on the shower side of things with that chance for an isolated thunderstorm. And you look at Thursday, 10% chance there for showers and storms. So we do have a dry day ahead of us, but our high temperature trend also shows with these storms, we're going to cool things down. Tomorrow's high temperature only upper 60s, and much of the same here for the following day. But you look at our temperatures up there right now, 90s, upper 80s, but right around Black River Falls and La Crosse, where they have already seen that rain, it's cooled them down quite a bit. It's also brought down dew points for some areas, but where we're still seeing those mid 70s, that's where we really have to watch out for right now. But your 7 to 10 day forecast does show a lot of rain chances. We are still in the moderate drought right now, so we can still use some of these chances, but not quite the severe thunderstorms. We can keep those at bay for as long as we possibly can. Hopefully we can do that for today as well, but it's really to be determined. We were looking at a few of those models earlier. Right now looking pretty good, but our northern communities still have that decent chance to see a strong or severe thunderstorm moving through.
That's not a typo? 69 and 68?
It's not a typo.
Seriously?
We're going to see a massive drop in temperatures from
no humidity?
The humidity is going to drop too, so that is
Open the
great
windows.
news. Yeah, you could actually sneak away with opening some windows here, especially, I wouldn't say tonight. It's going to stay very muggy tonight, but tomorrow, though, that's when you're really going to notice that drop in humidity.
Keep an eye on the severe stuff, too.
Of course.
All right. Thank you, Esther.
Thank you.
Well, San Francisco's tallest residential building has been shrinking for years.
And people living in the high-rise say they are concerned, especially in the wake of the condo building collapse in Surfside, Florida.
Dan Simon has more.
With its soaring panoramic views and world-class amenities, the Millennium Tower in downtown San Francisco opened to great fanfare in April of 2009. At 58 stories, it's the city's tallest residential building with over 400 multi-million-dollar units. Among its early residents, former NFL quarterback and 49ers icon Joe Montana.
It was billed as one of the top 10 most luxurious buildings in the world. It had its own gym, its own pool, its own theater.
Frank Jernigan and Andrew Falk paid more than $4 million for their condo on the 50th floor. 5 years later, they received the troubling news. The high-rise was not only sinking, it was also tilting, as illustrated in this now infamous video.
It was the very first time we did it. He got the marble out and said, I'm going to roll this and see what it does. It rolls about 10 feet out, slows to a stop, and then turns around and starts rolling back and picks up speed as it goes past him. And so it was like, oh my God.
60 Minutes called its 2017 segment The Leaning Tower of San Francisco and showed the alarming stress gauges and cracks in the building's basement. The Millennium's current engineer of record, Ronald Hamburger, telling CNN that as of today, the building has now sunk and tilted 18 inches.
This morning, my office filed a lawsuit against the developer of the Millennium Tower.
After years of lawsuits, hearings, and finger-pointing, a retrofit announced last October will anchor the building to bedrock, which to the derision of critics had not been done originally. Instead, the foundation was built into deep sand. Experts determined that adjacent projects and a process called dewatering had weakened the soil under the tower, causing it to sink. The high-profile ordeal may be all the more relevant in the wake of the Surfside catastrophe, with questions arising whether some of the nation's buildings might possibly be at risk.
These people were lying in bed comfortably at night with no warning whatsoever, and our hearts just go out to them.
When you have a high-rise that collapses, and you had a situation in San Francisco where you had a high-rise that was sinking and tilting, it affects people's peace of mind.
Attorney Neil McCarthy represented about 100 of the tower's residents who saw their property values plummet. He says under an agreed settlement, residents received a significant portion of their loss. In a statement to CNN, Millennium's engineers said any potential comparisons between Surfside and the Millennium Tower would be, quote, reckless and premature, adding that the building was designed with earthquake resistance, remains safe, and is in no danger of collapse. The $100 million fix is set to be completed next year, but Frank and Andrew won't be there to see its completion.
We got out our suitcases, we put everything in, and we left.
Even with all the problems, people, of course, continue to buy and sell units inside the building. And as for that $100 million project that's underway, it is not designed to repair any damage according to the plan, but it is designed to prevent the building from sinking any further and to recover some of the tilt. How much? About 50% over the next couple of decades. Dan Simon, CNN, San Francisco.
Could you imagine spending $4 million on a condo that you have to abandon?
Oh,
50 floors up?
It's sinking, right? It's that'd be hard, but
my little townhouse is safe.
Yeah.
Coming up next, Consumer Reports tells us about the July 4th sales that are on this week. Too bad no fireworks.
And at 5, our Jamie Perez tells us what to expect at the Madison City Council as the final body cam report is delivered at tonight's meeting.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So trees, you won't take me down. When allergies attack, take Allegra.
Before your symptoms take over you.
Live your greatness.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
At Stanley Steamer, we love homes. It's why we started cleaning them over 70 years ago and why we still continue today. According to the CDC, cleaning is a necessary first step of any disinfection process. We use detergents and cleaning agents to ensure that your home is prepared for whatever life brings in. Whatever home means to you, we're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and that you and the ones you care about most are safe.
Taco night is heartburn you can plan for, but surprise pizza means heartburn you didn't expect. New Zantac 360 Degrees contains the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn and works in as little as 15 minutes. New Zantac 360.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, we saw a handful of crashes during the holiday weekend in Wisconsin. We'll break down the numbers. That's ahead at 5.
And there's the chance for a strong to severe thunderstorm this evening. We're keeping a close eye on the radar, and we'll have the latest on your forecast.
And ahead at 6, how Madison police are working to cut down on gun violence in the city after deadly shootings over the holiday weekend. We'll share that story with you tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Here's a live look at a very hot and hazy downtown Madison on this Tuesday. Maybe some storms and then much cooler for the rest of the week. Well, good news for shoppers. 4th of July sales are here.
And Consumer Reports makes it easy to shop smarter for summer products that aren't just on sale, but also scored well in their rigorous independent laboratory tests.
Our Leah Lynchide breaks it all down.
Shopping in July is all about cashing in on Independence Day sales. Consumer Reports tracks the prices of many of its top tested products all year long, so it knows exactly when they go on deep discount. Here are top products to look out for in this month's Best Time to Buy.
With July 4th coming up this month, you can expect to see a lot of sales across a wide variety of categories, from large appliances to tech devices and a lot more in between.
First up on deep discount, headphones. CR found these Sennheiser noise-canceling headphones for $180 at Amazon. CR says these headphones rate right up there with more expensive models when it comes to sound quality and noise reduction. Next up, rest easier when you're on vacation with a DIY home security camera. The Arlo Essential Wireless Security Camera, now $100 at Best Buy. Since retailers don't want to store grills after the summer season, CR says you should be able to find loads of discounts this month. The Weber Genesis 2 is $780 at Target, Home Depot, and Ace Hardware. And to help control that sticky July air, CR says this month is best to find sales on dehumidifiers. This Frigidaire 22-pint dehumidifier is $165 at Walmart. And if you're in the market for a new mattress, CR says to look out for those Independence Day sales.
Mattresses are almost always on sale, but that said, we do tend to see steeper discounts during major holidays. We don't really recommend purchasing one full price because you can almost always snag one on sale.
The Casper Sleep Element mattress is $535 at Amazon. CR says it's a terrific choice for back sleepers. Stay cool and have a great summer. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Linscheid.
And Consumer Reports says to keep in mind that the deals included in this report can be gone before you know it, so you should take advantage of the sale early, especially on popular products.
There is more at 4. The number of COVID cases is on the rise in some parts of the country.
We'll find out why from UW Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Potoff. Live at 4 continues.
One of our favorite Portage families here at the Portage Furniture Store, the Ayers family, that has grown a little bit since, yeah, he says high five. That's right. Since the last time we were here.
We sure have. Austin and I, proud third-generation owners, and now we're working on our 4th generation. We've seen generations of customers come through, and I think we take a lot of joy in seeing, hey, my parents bought from your dad, or bought from your uncles, or bought from your grandpa, and now Austin and I get to enjoy that ourselves.
How much fun is it on the days you come back into town and the 3 of you are together?
It's very special. Like I said, longevity from my dad and uncle started in 1940 to now. Very special.
We're very, very proud to showcase predominantly American-made brands and companies that we've worked with for a very long time. We have a number of great lines, including Serta Mattresses, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and England.
And not everyone has the Ayers last name, but everybody here, I know you guys consider family.
Yeah, we really have some wonderful people here, including, 2 salespeople, Rosie and Punky, who have been here with us from the very beginning, and we're really thankful for them.
Yeah, they really make you guys, they're the ones who make you all look good.
Yeah, they are.
No doubt.
And we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, well, he said it, right? What are some of the biggest things that sets you guys apart?
The free delivery. Yeah.
They still got it. I was wondering.
We do.
Glad to hear it.
And on top of a first-class free delivery service, we're very proud of our huge selection of top-name brand furniture at guaranteed low prices.
Well, with the free delivery, we've got a lot of stops, but I'm glad you're helping me. From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. He's excited.
Accidents happen. Mistakes don't have to. Don't take a chance on your future. Call a powerful law firm that will fight for every dollar you may be entitled to.
Hupy and Abraham.
They got me $575,000.
Way more than what the insurance company offered.
All the money I deserved.
Over $1 million.
They really do mean business.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
And welcome back. Another look at traffic currently. Main area of concern that we're watching out for, it's going to be I-39 in Janesville. Now between exit 171 and 175, most lanes are shut down except for one northbound lane right now. So that is really slowing things down again on I-39 in Janesville. From exit 171 to 175, only one northbound lane is currently open. Much of the rest of Janesville still slow in some areas as people are trying to detour around that closure currently. Here in the Madison area, however, we're looking pretty good to go right now, other than a few slowdowns on the Beltline. But that's pretty standard here for this time of the day. Right now, traffic in Madison moving along quite nicely.
Austin, thank you. A waste management worker in Virginia was at the right place at the right time.
He found an unexpected surprise in a dumpster and saved a dog's life.
Jack Burns reports.
For 26 years, Jermaine Jackson made a career of taking things others don't want anymore.
I've been here this long, so I ain't going nowhere. Like I said, I love my job, I love what I do.
What he found in a dumpster Friday morning on Old Street in Petersburg filled Jackson with the opposite emotion of love.
As I pulled up to the can, I went to dump it. A dog popped out.
A sight that shook Jackson because he'd already lifted the can and was about to dump its contents into his truck.
It's kind of sad, because she's sitting there, you know, with a sad face, you know, like, get me out of here, you know. So if I didn't see her, she would be in the back of the truck right now. Or she could got crushed. So I put the can down to make sure she was nice. You know, I called her, her tail started wagging.
It was pouring rain, so Jackson built the dog a makeshift shelter and called animal control. Unfortunately, they weren't open yet.
Just chilling. Being comfortable.
The dog ended up on Francis Verschure's front porch, a few blocks away.
We got some blankets, we got some food, we got some water, and we called animal control. So, in the meantime, we just sat out here with her. She was sweet as she could be.
Animal control arrived to care for the dog and broke this news to Verschure.
They did say that she's full of milk, and so she would have recently had puppies. We were glad to get her to another home. Animal control was just as gentle and kind as they could be, and I hope she finds a good home.
She just got a great attitude, you know, no problems, you know. She just smiled, and I lift her up like, thank you. Thank you for getting me out of here.
Jackson says he was happy to help save the dog, but thinks there was no way she got in the dumpster on her own.
I think somebody threw her in there because where the dog at, she's too short to jump on that dock.
A horrible way of treating an animal. Jackson says when there's so many people willing to take care of them.
I got two dogs of my own. I could never think about throwing them in a trash can. That's because I couldn't take care of them. You know. You wouldn't want nobody to throw you in a trash can that couldn't take care of you.
It's lucky he came along.
Yeah, huh?
Well, July 4th behind us, it's now becomes a waiting game to see whether or not COVID cases will rise after the holiday.
Joining us now is Dr. Jeff Pothoff, Chief Quality Officer at UW Health. Welcome back.
Good to be here, guys.
Have a good 4th?
Yeah, it was great. It was nice to be kind of normal.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a relief, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Delta variant, it's still the talk of the town.
It is still the talk of the town, and it's likely that Delta variant showed up along with bratwurst at your July 4th party. So for those areas that are well vaccinated, not so much of a concern. For those areas with really low vaccination, you know, we could see some cases come out of that.
But nothing like we saw last spring.
I don't think so. If there's one group that we haven't had vaccine hesitancy with, it's with our 65-plus population, so unlikely to see a big rise in cases in those most susceptible to severe disease. But, you know, local contained rises in cases, certainly possible. States with very low vaccination rates certainly could see some cases pop up there, but not like we did for Thanksgiving and Christmas last year.
Do you foresee, with everything that we've got going on right now, and all the information you currently have, do you see us ever going back?
I think it's unlikely. I mean, the worst case scenario would be a variant that defeats our immunity and then some sort of barrier to creating a booster that covers that variant. That could send us back towards some times where we have big spikes, but that's pretty unlikely.
You know, viruses are kind of smart. They know how to change and infect people. Could we see another variant?
I mean, I think we could. I mean, one of the drawbacks of having areas with low vaccination rates is we continue to give this virus a chance to have mutations, which then these stronger mutations become the dominant strains and create problems for us. So both here in the United States, but even more so around the world where vaccination rates are very, very low, there is that chance that we could see a variant at some point that does defeat our current vaccines.
We all know that vaccination rates have really slowed down considerably. Do you think, and I know there's going to be a big push to try to get more people to be vaccinated, but does it seem that everybody who really wanted one already has one? And how do you, is there a point to try to convince those?
Yeah, I think there's a point to convince those that are still a little bit hesitant, but I think those folks who wanted a vaccine, for the most part, they've probably gotten it. You know, we have a group of folks, those young folks who will be eligible for a vaccine, hopefully sometime this fall, that will help get vaccination rates up. But for the rest, it's really addressing those who feel that there's a safety problem with the vaccine, talking with them one-on-one, and then really talking to those folks who are saying, you know what, I'm just going to skip the vaccine, take my chances with COVID-19, and really let them see that that's not the safest choice. That puts them at a whole lot more risk than getting a vaccine.
What do you think the fall is going to look like in terms of school?
I think it's a good question. I think if we get our younger folks, 5 to 11-year-old vaccinated right around the school start, school will look very normal. If we don't, I think with Delta out there, there may be school boards considering mask mandates for those younger grades, K through 6, if Delta variant's in those communities until they can get vaccinated, just so that we don't have Delta variant kind of doing well in our communities.
Are we close to that?
I think we're on track. I just don't know if it's going to be, you know, August, September, October, and that kind of makes the difference because school's going to start right in that area.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to put your parent hat on because you've got 2 little ones. How has it been for you? Because they don't have their vaccines, right? Because they're in the younger age groups.
Right. So it's still a little bit tricky. You know, our practice is, you know, outdoors, spaced out really well. We let them go unmasked. But, you know, indoors, summer school, we still have them wearing that mask just because it's a good practice for them to be masked so that, you know, they're not contributing to any problem with Delta variant spreading around in those groups. So it's still kind of touch and go for that specific population. But for the most part, they're well acclimated to it. If they have to do it for a few more months, not such a big deal.
They're getting used to it.
They're getting used to it.
Just like I'm sort of feel kind of funny going into a store without one.
It's weird to not have one on.
Right, yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet.
Doctor, thank you.
See you then.
Well, the final check of your forecast coming up.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you. I'm possible at Herzing.
Wednesday on News 3 Now this morning, how a guy in the 608 is making sure every kid can play baseball this summer. And rain chances through the end of the week. Chris Reese is going to update that first warn forecast. Join us from 4:30 to 7 for News 3 Now this morning.
The isolation of the pandemic led many down a dark path.
Just want you to sit at home and be lost in your own hell.
To substance abuse and overdose. Madeline O'Neill shows you what's being done to help battle this overshadowed epidemic. Wednesday on News 3 Now at 10.
And welcome back. Taking one more peek at what we're looking at up north here, right in between Black River Falls and Camp Douglas. Currently our best bet to see severe weather locally over the next 30 minutes to an hour or so. But most likely scenario is that's not going to get actually severe warm. Notice how we've seen some signs of weakening with this storm. Not nearly as much thunder and lightning as what we saw when it was around La Crosse. But of course, that could boost right back up with its intensity. So we're going to keep a very close eye out on this system. Again, most of our showers and storms just up to our north right now, but we are starting to see a few of those developing a little bit farther and farther south. So this is going to be what we're going to continue to monitor. Main threat with this one is going to be high winds and large hail, but it's a non-zero chance that we could see an isolated tornado as well. The chance is just very low.
All right, well, keep us posted. Thank you, Austin.
On the next Live at 4, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be here to answer all of your plant and garden questions.
Plus, we'll preview this year's concerts, not quite on the square, but on Bree Stevens Field instead. That's tomorrow on Live at 4.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
Join News 3 Now and TVW July 10th and 11th at the 42nd Annual Art Fair Off the Square, located in downtown Madison, between the Capitol and the Monona Terrace Convention Center. There will be beautiful ceramics, art glass, paintings, drawings, sculpture, jewelry, and more, all showcasing the talents and creativity of the Wisconsin Alliance of Artists and Craftspeople. Shop local July 10th and 11th and support Wisconsin exhibitors.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Had enough? No, arthritis. Here, new Aspirin arthritis. Huh.
Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation.
Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
In today's Final Touch, we present the world's tallest sandcastle.
30 of the world's most talented sand sculptors lended a hand for this. The castle, built in northern Denmark, is almost 70 feet tall, 12 feet higher than the last Guinness World Record holder. The castle is pyramid-shaped, and a wooden structure was made around it in order for the artist to cut the amazing figures in the sand. Some 4,860 tons of Danish sand with 10% of clay for a stronger finish were used. An extra layer of glue has been put on top of it to ensure that the castle lasts through most of the winter season.